everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of the casting of Frank Stone. As you can see, it's dark in here now. It's nighttime. I also know the first few episodes I've had some audio issues. I'm hoping they sound a little better this episode. If I'm going to be completely honest, I doubt it's perfect still this episode. Really hard to balance it. I think the noise cancellation with the mic should be fixed, guaranteed. Now it's just a matter of balancing the game with my voice. But I am playing this at 4 in the morning, so it is really late. By the time I'm done with this, honestly, you might be able to see the sun peek through my window a little bit behind me. But we're going to play through Chapter 3, maybe a little bit more. I've really been enjoying it so far. It's a unique game, unique story, interesting story. We're not that far in, we're about an hour and a half in, so for those who missed any of the first 2 parts, feel free to go back and watch those, show some love. Also, I hope you like the new face cam. Takes up less of the screen, and just easier for me to keep my head in the center of it, and also you don't see the mess behind me. So, thank you guys so much for watching and for tagging along. Let's get right into part 3 of the casting of Frank Stone. So I did kind of cheat. I saw that this is the 1980s, so I think ahead of what happened right before this with the fan film at the mill. Maybe not though. Nope, it looks the same. They look the same age and everything. So I'm curious how many people are in the main cast and who can all die. Are these characters that are able to die even though it's the past? I'm not sure.
Utter disaster.
Don't be so dramatic.
It's not like we've got a real deadline.
Ugh, who needs a real deadline when every wasted second brings you closer and closer to your ultimate, cosmic, eternal deadline?
Man, she is dramatic.
Gothic. I like it. Hey, what are these?
Oh, I got those for us all to wear when we shoot. Surprise.
Wait, you guys are both acting. So, it'll just be me?
So you'll be our ambassador.
Yeah, not a chance.
Whoa, don't open that up. I still haven't taken the film out yet.
I thought it was broken.
Well, yeah, the lens is cracked, but the footage is still good. Unless, you open it.
Ugh, whatever.
We got some good stuff today. Glass half full.
Dude, just let me be upset. Doesn't Sheriff Green have anything better to do with his time? Go after actual criminals and shit?
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of criminal activity.
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Hold up, what now? When was this?
I was just a baby. I don't really know anything about it.
Oh, is he the
You're
baby
still
that
just
was
a
at the
baby.
mill?
And you still don't know anything.
Now, be a good little baby and tell me all about this whole serial killer business.
I know some stuff.
Spill it, lady.
For starters, I think that's why Sheriff Green doesn't want us to go in the steel mill.
Oh yeah, that's where it all went down.
So you do know stuff. And you held back, you traitor.
Yeah, because I knew you'd get all like this.
Hell yeah, I would. Linda, tell me about the steel mill killer.
Well, that's where it all ended. But before that, there was a whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
So what was this guy's name? Maybe we should write him into the movie.
Oh, I don't know if...
Frank Stone.
Huh. So Frank Stone was actually killing people in the steel mill? Our steel mill? Where we were just shooting an hour ago?
That's the theory.
Frank was working at the mill, but I think it was on its last legs by then. Probably not a lot of people around. They shut it down right after.
Oh, we're playing as her. Who were the victims? What do you think he was up to?
What do you think he was up to? There has to be a reason for him to kill a bunch of people, right?
There was never any kind of confession, so they don't really know for sure.
Someone somewhere's gotta
Yeah,
have
you should have
some
seen his
idea.
mouth after
Well,
we were done with
We
him.
could always just ask Frank Stone.
Huh?
Crystal ball, Ouija board, what will they say? And Miss BB's hotline, The dead are just a seance away.
Okay.
I called Miss Beebe once.
That was kind of bars.
I tried to speak to Mary Shelley, but Miss Beebe thought that was my grandmother, so she kept going on and on about eating enough cabbage soup.
Did you get a recipe?
Oh, damn.
Then again, maybe it's better not to dig up old bones.
If it's ancient history.
People don't really like to talk about it. We do get reporters asking around sometimes. Really rubs people the wrong way.
Once Sam Green became sheriff, that all died down anyway.
Well, so I don't think it's beneficial to ask that because we know why he cares involved.
What exactly were the reporters asking about?
I don't know. They're reporters. They just want to dig up dirt.
They had to have been on to something if they kept coming back.
Well, just forget about it. Everybody around here has.
Except Sheriff Green.
Fine. If you guys aren't interested in filling me in, I'll find someone else who is.
Okay. Good luck.
I guess it doesn't really matter what happened at the mill since we can't finish shooting there with a busted camera.
Hey, why don't we just take the camera to the drugstore and see if we can get it fixed?
So, yeah, the thing is, I kind of spent the rest of the budget on the t-shirts. Unless you know of anybody looking to get into film finance, we're kind of shit out of luck.
¡Eso es todo! ¡Estás castigado,
papá. No
bandida!
tengo 16 años y ya no vivo en esta casa.
What did that say?
What?
Quiet please, something in progress?
You want a
Geniusing?
piece of me
Is that what it
too?
said? Howdy, partner. Hey, you okay?
Hey, you okay? What's up?
Nothing, it's fine.
Didn't sound fine.
As soon as Mom got sick, I dropped everything in my whole life in New York to come home and help. And all he does is act like I'm not doing enough. It's like he doesn't even care what I had to give up.
I'm sure he's just worried about Mom.
Yeah, so am I. That's why I'm here. The least he could do is try not to ground me like I'm 16.
Totally. What is he thinking, right?
Sorry, I guess I just needed to blow off some steam.
I get it.
The last thing Mom needs is for us to be screaming at each other.
It's true. Yeah, and you've been doing an incredible job. I mean, I don't know what we'd do without you.
Uh-oh.
What?
Linda, where's the Jaime bell?
Ring, ring.
What's the Jaime bell?
My darling brother has the tendency to lay it on a little thick whenever he's about to ask for a favor.
No, I'm just speaking from the heart.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Well, we're making this movie, and we're so close to finishing, but we just need a little extra bit of money.
Of course you do. What else is new?
What Jaime's trying to say is our camera got busted today, and we need a few bucks to get it fixed.
Ouch. How much do you need?
$20 would cover it.
Just like $20 would probably cover it.
$20. That ain't pocket change.
This is my fault. I dropped the camera. But only because I was, charged at by a cop.
Wait, what?
It's true.
When you make dangerous cinema, you walk a dangerous line. This is not going to be a film for families. This is a film you watch after midnight at the Waverly on 6th.
How do you know about the Waverly?
That was a weird way to say
Because that's
six.
where this film's going to play. But only if we find someone willing to take a risk on something dangerous.
Fine, I'm in. But just because the last movie I saw in New York before coming home was a midnight at the Waverly.
What was it?
Oh, fuck if I know. Had some weird lady with big cheeks living in the walls or something.
Huh.
Oh, and I get the garage.
The Spiderwick Chronicles?
Why?
Because I need it.
This is where all our editing stuff is.
Well, that's the deal. Take it or leave it.
All right, it's a deal.
Try not to waste it.
Don't worry, we'll put it to good use.
I wonder what could happen to them in this chapter that's going to be anything worth noting.
You're looking wiggly.
I'm fine. It's just, what is in that fake blood?
I think it's just mint-flavored real blood.
Oh, it did say to avoid any prolonged skin contact. You washed it all off, like, right away, right?
You don't think it's, like, actually poisonous, do you?
It's a horror movie, Jaime. Anyone could go. Anytime!
I will say the facial like
Hopefully there's
scanning
enough
or
time to
whatever,
fix the
like
camera
the
before they close tonight.
animation of their faces
I'm not
is
sure the
better
drugstore
than in the
people even know
4,
how to
but there
fix
is
it.
still
Hey, think positive.
moments where
It's not like
it
there's anywhere else
is
in
a
town we
little
can take it.
weird.
What?
What about there?
I thought that place was condemned.
Guess they got a new tenant.
Do curiosity shops even repair cameras?
There was a place like that near my grandfather's house. The owner used to tinker with all sorts of old junk. You never know.
I bet they have some rad old junk, too.
Your call, Chris.
Drugstore or curiosity shop? Curiosity shop.
Why not? I certainly am curious regarding said shop. Eh?
Yes, I get it.
Lead the way. Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should write it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
Then we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras.
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. We gotta look inside.
Too bad. So much for that. We can still head up the drugstore before it closes.
And what is it you're looking for?
Fuck.
Hello? Hello? We saw the cameras. We're trying to find a replacement for this. Of course you are. Please. Come on inside.
Like a witch or something?
Now, let me see. I think I have something that may interest you if I can find it out back. Please make yourselves at home. Okay. And be sure to have a look around. You never know what treasures you might find.
Make ourselves at home? Here?
I don't know. I think it's kind of cozy. In a failed capitalist state kind of way.
Let's see. Could it have been in... No.
Here is the we didn't find a piece last
Where did I...
chapter as Madison.
How has this place become such a mess?
Dear Mr. Olson,
Whoever owned this place before had some lousy luck.
this letter will serve to confirm the agreement regarding the sale of Ned's Nutty Nednacks. All relevant legal paperwork has been signed and you should see payment by month's end. My client also wanted to extend their sympathies to your recent hardships. If there is any lesson to be drawn from this, it's that fire, theft, and casualty are not things that only happen to other people. Hopefully moving on from Cedar Hills will give you some distance from the bereavement. After all, time is a great healer. Perhaps one day you'll find yourself able to adopt another cat. Respectfully, Art.
Let's say, hypothetically, she does find a camera for us back there. What's the next move?
We got everything we need to finish this sucker.
Well, except the mill. Sheriff Green's gonna have his eyes glued to the front gates. No way we can get back in again.
There's gotta be another way into the mill. We have to finish. We have to.
Man, I really enjoy the music.
Surely there's something that can help us amongst all this junk. I don't know what that is, but it looks painful.
I forgot what killer uses this, but one of the killers does use that in DVD. Is it Wraith? I imagine that's a reference to, what's his name? My DVD knowledge is failing me right now.
Who would want to watch this creep fest?
I don't know. Maybe pick that up. It looked like there was something to pick up. Hey, the hunter, the trapper.
Imagine cuddling up to that at night.
That's pretty cool. That's the OG. I think that it, dude. She keeps like auto moving. Back to Linda.
If she comes running out straight at us with a giant chainsaw, I'm gonna be like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
$20 exactly.
May I?
I insist.
Oh, sorry, stream.
Pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
$20.
There's a little. It's fine. It's just $20.
Okay, sure. I think that seems reasonable for something like this.
How did that change my fate?
Thank you very much.
Thanks for finding us a camera.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. It truly is such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Yeah. Yep, that's us.
Why is she so creepy?
Wait, guys. Oh, I'm such a moron. I told my mom I'd pick up some milk on the way home.
Oh, do you want me to...
Hold this. Be right back.
Wait, Chris, we just spent all the money.
Emergency sock quarter.
Emergency sock quarter?
Oh god. Another... Are we missing these? What could they possibly be?
Cursed movies? Really?
That's left buried, the dark
Must be a
mythology
slow
of the
news
lost
day.
movie. There are films that have been lost over time, which in their absence have developed an aura of mystery. These lost movies have fascinated film historians and conspiracy theorists alike, not because they wish to marvel at the performances of the actors or craft of the director, but because they believe through whatever remnants of footage they can cobble together, they may gain a glimpse into a darker reality realized only by the camera. Most associated with the production have distanced themselves from the rumors around Dean's disappearance. The most persistent of which is that in the surviving footage of any scene involving Dean, one never fails to observe a strange rolling fog in the desert background. Perhaps there really was something lurking in the desert, waiting for its moment to come forth and claim the film's star for its own twisted machinations. Cool. Fog.
Demolition scheduled this year. Whoa. Our movie is gonna be the last record of the mill.
Gonna demolish the mill to make more housing. Waterlogged shoe. 4 name, 4 trials. Tells me not to rush. Alright, that's what I have to do. I didn't mean to cancel that, but okay. Let's grab... expiration date anywhere? Oh. Benny Baker.
I hope they're found.
April 24th, 1980. I wonder what happens if I call that number. Oh, I'm kind of scared to call that number. Did I do it live on stream? Nothing cool. Hope I didn't call like a real person. Is there expiration date anywhere? Did we call anyone? Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. I feel like something... Yep, so a waste of time. Cool.
Hey, Chris.
Robert! Wait, I thought you worked at the library.
Wait, how would you know? Don't think I ever saw you come in.
I got spies everywhere, man.
She's a director,
So,
dude. Come on.
Linda.
Busted.
You can always come in yourself, you know. Books don't bite.
Linda's the bookworm. I'm more of a money worm.
Excuse me.
I don't think that's a real kind
Looks
of
like
worm.
Sam's son.
Neither's a bookworm.
So we're about to close in like 2 minutes, so...
Oh, right, yeah. Ring me up.
All right, that'll be 25 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure don't see coin like this working in the library. Actually, you don't see any coin. It's volunteer hours.
Not so bad if you like to read, I guess.
True. We've got a rad horror section, too.
Didn't know know you were a horror guy. Just books?
Movies, comics too. Whatever I can get my hands on.
You know, Jaime and Linda and I are all making a horror movie down at the old Cedar Steel Mill.
No kidding.
We could always use an extra hand if you're into that kind of thing.
Super into it.
But
Does my dad know you're going into the
Yeah,
mill?
okay.
He watches that place like a hawk.
yeah, we had a little run-in with him today, but we're gonna sneak back in to shoot the rest.
Man. I would love to be involved.
Involved in what?
Hey, Dad. Yeah, Chris was just telling me about
We're putting together a fundraiser.
to show movies at the library.
Okay.
He can't be that
You ride
naive.
home?
Oh yeah, let me just get my bag.
Chris. I'm sorry I was a little harsh with you and your friends before. I just wanted to make sure you're taking me seriously.
What about Frank's?
I get it. They told me about Frank Stone. Gotta be a lot of demons in a place like that.
When you spend enough time in my line of work, you realize every place has got its demons.
I like
You
Sam.
ready? Take care.
He's easily my favorite.
Hey. I can get you back into the mill without him knowing. Just say the word.
Let's make a movie.
I have worn many masks over the centuries. Dr. Augustine Lieber was
I had a feeling that was gonna be
professional
her.
and trusted. Frank Stone confided in me, allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a new guise, a new timeline, a new chance. Giving them the camera, I admit, was unfair, even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands, nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill.
So yeah, the
What true creator wouldn't suffer for their art?
So the camera, the film and stuff is like able to bring like I don't know. It's obviously something about film. These walls have eyes. Alright, we're gonna keep going in this episode with this chapter as well. Oh, or Linda, are you okay? Bad dream.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Guess I just dozed off a bit. Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room.
Oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before. Huh.
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh. Right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
And all that stuff you said about it being cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA interrogation, total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So they say. If Augustine wants the only known surviving pieces of it, she's gonna have to pay up.
Why do you think she wants it so bad? I mean, it's not really cursed, right?
I prefer not to dwell on the past. We're here, someone's offering to buy our sections of the film. That is all I'm concerned with right now.
Providence goes a long way towards a successful sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would very much like to know why Augustine is so desperate to get her hands on this film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we allowed to look around?
What do you say, director? Want to keep sitting around, or want to peek behind the curtain?
I'm good here. What are you waiting? I mean, regardless, we're not going to sit here.
What are you waiting for?
I kind of like the way the game's laid out. Like, clearly something is weird about that movie, and we're gonna see probably what happened in the past.
Well, now this is a real
Or something happens here.
statement kind of room. You know what I mean? New Augustine got cash, but not like
Looks like Hogwarts.
this kind of cash.
Sounds like you didn't scout your mark as well as you thought.
In business, we don't call them marks.
Hustling is a racket, not a business.
I wouldn't underestimate my scouting skills, if I were you. A lot rattling around up here that could be mutually beneficial.
Tell me about Augustine. How do you know about...
Okay. Then tell me everything you know about Augustine.
Augustine Lieber, elite collector of obscure cultural artifacts. She pretends to be all business, but plays the long game with her cards close to the vest. She's hard to pin down.
And?
Ever since I arrived, I've kept my eye on things. Observations, behavior, decor. I've been building a profile.
Which is?
Lieber is no ordinary collector. She likes the dark stuff. The really dark stuff. She'll stop at nothing to get it.
Very impressive.
Okay, now it's your turn.
My turn for what?
Told you what I know, and now you go.
I think you pretty much covered it.
Hey, just catching up. So, what have you guys found?
Not much. But the night's young.
Not as young as you think. Let's keep looking around.
I'm very interested. He hasn't brought up any of the two people.
I love your outfit, by the way.
Well, that was
Any
a curious sound.
Chris or any of them?
Well, the shoes are Italian. And a belt. I got it cheap from a guy. He's got a guy who's got a pants guy. So I got these pants from his guy's guy, had them tailored just right by the other guy I know, who also got me the blazer, which is like a super limited
Can't
VIP
deny this
club
place
edition.
would make an incredible film
You
location.
want to know a secret?
Sure.
Turtleneck in a secondhand shop.
Scandalous.
Right? Don't tell me.
Oh,
Being watched.
Well, hello.
This looks like the thing from the Still Mill.
every room in the house.
Still Mill?
I'd
Steel
say
Mill.
this
I
goes a
told
little
you.
beyond your typical security.
What do you mean?
I get the sense our host just has a lot of valuable property and likes to be keenly aware of everyone's comings and goings.
Yeah, that blueprint looked like the giant thing in the steel mill.
Ah, yes. Let's check out the other floors. Good thinking.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Before all this goes any further, I need to know how both of you got your pieces of the film.
Well, it's no secret, really. After my mom died a few months ago, I found it when I was going through her stuff.
Maddie, what was your mom's name?
Chris?
Both, or...
Was it Bonnie Rivera?
Bonnie.
Yeah, it... How did you know that?
You look just like her.
Did you know my mom?
A long time ago. A whole other lifetime. Her younger brother, Jaime, was one of my closest friends.
Uncle Jaime. I never met him.
I hadn't heard that Bonnie had passed.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden.
Damn.
Wow.
Rip Bonnie.
Maddie, it's quite sad. Very touching.
Oh, you had to go through.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that. It's never easy to lose someone you love.
Thanks. Lucky for me, it wasn't my first rodeo.
Bonnie. I wish I'd stayed in touch with her.
Weren't you wondering where both of our film strips came from?
I don't suppose you'd like to enlighten me.
Of course.
And?
Well, I can't just tell you for free, can I?
Are you fucking kidding me,
This
dude?
kind of information is very valuable.
What's your price?
You know what? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
He's annoying. We all have pieces of film. His piece is literally like not as valuable as it was when he walked in. It's lessened in value.
Cool statue.
Hillbilly again.
Missing a piece, though. Wow. Powerful resemblance in Augustine's family.
Oh. Face of Evil, the true story of Frank Stone.
Sensationalist trash.
Owned by the man who stopped him.
Sam Green took down Frank Stone.
Yeah, what the hell?
I could write a better book than this.
Lloyd Cusich doesn't like the title hero. In fall 63, Cusich was the local sheriff of Cedar Hills, a sleepy Oregon steel town. Just a regular blue-collar Joe doing his darndest to make life a little safer for the folks who put their trust in him. Cedar Hills was hiding a silent menace, a merciless monster preying on the unsuspecting citizens Cusich had sworn to protect. When the bodies start piling up, the only thing left was for an everyday hero to step up. This is the true account of how Cedar Hills' first and only serial killer was brought to justice, told firsthand by the man who dared look evil in the eye and pull the trigger. That fateful night, I had sent one of my deputies over to check in on things, not my first choice. The flatfoot was from out of state and a little green for my liking, but all he had to do was hold the line and report back on anything suspicious. But when Tommy called, I knew this was it. Standing before the furnace, I thought I'd stepped into the fiery depths of hell itself. And there was Stone, standing on that platform like a twisted gargoyle, a tiny bundle of innocence held in his death grip. I am not afraid to admit I was scared. I had only a moment to act, but before all was lost. Excuse me. So I drew my gun, took a deep breath, and made a silent prayer that my aim would strike true. Stone's... Where does this start? That's not what the same thing is on the page. Okay, I'm gonna It soon emerged Stone had been a part of the convict work program Cedar Steele had signed up to. Well-intentioned, undoubtedly. Ill-advised, definitely. These shrinks and psychologists, have a lot of grand ideas, but they also have precious little understanding of a creature like Frank Stone. They see what they want to see, hear what they want to hear. Also, they can cry, he's cured, it's a miracle. Well, take it from someone who knows about these things, you can't cure evil. Some folks are born rotten, and if they're left alone, that rot will spread, infecting the foundations of everything that right-thinking people like you and me hold precious. After Cedar Hills had learned to its cost what kind of man Frank Stone was, those same bosses who'd hired him threw up their arms and said, "How could we know? He never gave any sign. He kept to himself, a real loner." And that's the thing, and nobody knew Stone well enough to guess what he was really up to. He kept everything inside, including his darkest secrets. Stone's corpse wasn't even cold before a whole bunch of out-of-towners descended on Cedar Hills, trying to grab their piece of the action. Lawyers, reporters, rubberneckers, you name it. More than a few weren't satisfied with what they found. They wanted to make a conspiracy out of it, said he must have had an accomplice to do what he did. Me, I don't buy it, never have. That's because I know firsthand that he acted alone. Saw it with my own eyes, so to all those who claim otherwise, I say this one monster was enough for Cedar. We're with his accomplice right now.
Looks like it opens with a key.
Whoa.
Quite a piece. Look at the metalwork.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Augustine has a,
Now, what would you do if it was you
unique
here instead of me? No
never
way.
seen anything
You'd be
like this stuff.
climbing the walls looking for a way out. Who, Stan? Psh, not in a million
He's
years.
really tripping.
No way.
I just want to really make sure I'm not missing anything.
You sure would get a kick out of this place. And then you'd probably kick me out of this place and keep it all to yourself.
Who are you talking to?
No, I wasn't.
I could hear you.
I was talking to my mom. To Bonnie. I was in Berlin, at school, when I heard she was sick. But it was my midterms, and she said I should just come home when I finished. So I did. But by then it was too late. She died while I was over the Atlantic. It all happened so fast, it doesn't feel like she's gone. So I just kind of pretend like she isn't.
There?
She was a good talker.
Yeah, she was. Hey, look at this. This was just last summer. I know you said it had been a really long time, but can you tell me anything about her from when you knew her?
Gosh. Well, she was the most intimidating girl I've ever met. Even after I got to know her. She did everything she wanted to do, and nobody could stop her.
And that sounds like Mom. Any good stories?
There's something I never told anyone else. It's not a good idea to dwell. Let's get nostalgic, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something I've been thinking about. I've never told anyone else. It was a long time ago. We were just kids making a movie. Jaime, Chris, and me. Everything's still so fuzzy about what happened, but there's one thing that always just stuck in my mind. Clear as a bell. That night, we were on our way home from picking up a new camera. We were driving past the Rivera's house. The garage door was wide open.
Is that real footage?
And the craziest fucking sound you ever heard was just tearing out of there in every direction. And right in the middle of it all was Bonnie. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so completely in tune with themselves. The only thing that mattered was that moment. Nothing else. That was your mom.
That was pretty cool. Cool cutscene.
Thank you.
Hey guys?
Yeah, me and Maddie have a really good relationship. We're doing everything to...
Look.
What? I don't see anything.
Ah! There! Right there!
Oh my god, there's someone out there.
I have a feeling Augustine expected something like this might happen. She's got this place wired with enough cameras she could catch a mouse.
Good security probably means we're pretty safe. Right, so do you think we should find Augustine? Give her a heads up?
Even if you wanted to tell her, good luck finding her.
She said she was going to her private reliquary. That's a place for artifacts, right?
There's artifacts all over the place.
Right. So, if you were gonna have a private place for extra special, extra valuable artifacts, maybe you'd put them behind a door like that.
You've got a point.
Can't we just knock?
I doubt anything can get through that, including sound.
Which means it might be the safest place to be, whether Augustine's in there or not.
How are we gonna piss her off? Like, why is she gonna want to kill us?
Okay.
Is that Sam or Robert? Alrighty guys, that's what we're gonna call it. Just under an hour we played. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's pretty slow. I feel like compared to other ones, maybe Until Dawn was kind of a little slow, but I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do with it. Usually with these games, the last like stretch of chapters are like really boom or bust type things. Like a lot of, if you make any mistakes, you're gonna be punished for it. So I'm excited as we approach later in the game. I'm also curious to just look at this, see kind of happened here. Or Linda. Okay. Interesting. I also want to look at this before we end it. Young Evan spent his whole life striving to prove himself a worthy successor to the Macmillan estate. But the trappings of expectation saw him stumble down the same dark path as his father. Now he roams with a smile that never falters, certain his newfound purpose is making old Archie proud. Be careful where you tread, for each step could be your last. And then we got this from last episode. Anna left the harsh winters of Red Forest in search of the more dangerous game, but none has so far proven a challenge worthy of her talents. Her lullaby haunts the darkness, hinting at the tale of a hunt unfinished, a gentle prize she has not yet captured. Her axe remains sharp, the hunt goes. Interesting. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. Part 3? Part 4 will be up soon. I'm trying to pump this out pretty quick because I'm enjoying it and I'm interested to see where it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any recommendations or any opinions on the game, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.